Welcome back. Today I will be sharing 4 important tips that I use when grocery shopping for my large family. Alright, let's get started. Tip number 1, and I'm going to start off by saying this, a lot of people skip this step and find that they have way more food in their house that they even use. And the tip is shop your shelves first. Now, I understand a lot of times, usually we create our grocery list off of the things we already know. Bread, eggs, milk, those basic essential things that are always used that you usually run out of. But what about the items that you have in overage? The more than enough things, right? And so what I like to do is I like to go throughout my entire kitchen and just basically make note of items that I have that are just still in the freezer, still in the pantry, still in the refrigerator that have not been used yet. Specifically, items that are not even open, okay? Your list doesn't have to be neat. It doesn't even have to look beautiful, but it does need to be a list of every item that you see. And you can, of course, add your quantities instead of writing peas 5 times. Just say, we got 4 bags of steamable peas still left in the refrigerator or in the freezer, okay? So that's the first tip. Tip number 2, create a meal plan for 2 weeks or whatever amount of weeks that you can afford to store. At my household, I can store probably up to 3 weeks of food. That's not including emergency foods, but I can really store up to 3 weeks, okay? So of course, go by whatever you know that you have the capacity to store. Some people have small pantries, some people have no pantries, and they have to use parts of their cabinets, okay? So keep that in mind when grocery shopping. But let's get back to that tip. Tip number 2 is, like I said, meal planning, okay? And meal planning doesn't have to be this Instagram worthy type of experience. It can be, just a few lines on a piece of paper. I like to use a meal planning template. This is my favorite one. Let's see if I can get you in that frame. This is my favorite one. As you see, it has an adhesion, so it's like, I can use it as a flip, like a little flip pad. But it's from Rifle Paper. It's one of my favorite stationery companies. However, if you can see here, let me see if I can change it. All right, there we are. As you can see, it outlines things per week, okay? You write your week down, and you, of course, it outlines things per day, as you can see. All right. And it also has a perforated line there. I don't know if you can see that there, but there's a perforated line there for your grocery shopping list. One of the key tips to meal planning is including the items that you saw in your on your shelves, okay? So not forgetting about those things, including them in your meal plan, making sure that those items are now incorporated to the coming weeks so that they become used, okay? So that's one of the best tips for me. I remember grocery shopping, meal planning, and y'all, when I tell you, I was just like, okay, we're getting these amount of pork chops, we're getting this amount of chicken breast, getting this amount of whole chickens. And little did I know, I already have 4 whole chickens already still in the deep freezer, or I had, I don't know, you name it, all types of items still left in the refrigerator, and I could have used any of those, right? Which would have saved me lots of money. And so this was a tip that pretty much was birthed from that, making a lot of financial mistakes while grocery shopping there. And so if you're looking for a budget-friendly tip, that is definitely one. All right, let's get into the next one. Tip number 3. Tip number 3, and you may have already guessed this, but create a shopping list. All right, now I know that a lot of people don't like to shop with a shopping list because it feels very, I don't know, more stoic, very, you know, orderly. But let me give you some understanding here. Shopping with a shopping list actually helps you focus and stay within your budget. So like I said, I guess this goes just like with tip number 2. If you're looking for a good way of staying within a budget, or budget-friendly tips for grocery shopping for your large family, create you a shopping list. And I want to mention this, and this is something that I had to learn how to do, because I used to, I'm type A. I'm literally a type A, even blood type. All right. I used to feel so confined by my shopping list, and I'll see items and see things, and I'm like, oh, that would be so much fun to have that and for us to use that, but oh man, I only have this amount of money used for my groceries. I don't want to go over that just to have that type of experience. Something that I learned, and you may find it very useful as well, is create space in your shopping list or in your meal plan for some type of specialty or some type of sale item or some type of treat that you have never experienced. And I want to be like exact here for you so you can see what I'm talking about. I can show you right here. I think it's here, or maybe it's let's see. Oh no, it's on this page. All right, let me see if I can get you right on in there to see it. All right, as you can see, for this Friday, on that Friday, I have, of course, my breakfast, right? I also have in lunch a sale item. And so that means I'm going to be looking with my eyes for things that may be really good and filling. Who knows? There may be some taquitos on sale that would be great for lunch that I can easily pair with some fruit. You just never know, okay? And I wanted to show you guys this too. Something that I like to do, and I don't know, this may be just me, but I have a house full of guys. Okay, I'm gonna sit this right here so I can explain this. I have a house full of men. I'm the only young lady in the house, okay? Which means that feeding my family, how can I put this, has to be very creative. Okay, it has to be very creative. It needs to be filling, mostly. Okay, it has to be filling, but there has to be more. And when I say that, what I mean is that snacks must be included. This is like, excuse me, I like to share this. And get ready, you know, put your seatbelt on, all right? Hold your horses, whatever. Create your grocery list by store. I know, you're welcome. I know, you're welcome, yes. If you're anything like me, okay, you shop at many stores to feed your family. You're not a one-stop shop type of shopper, okay? Now watch this, y'all. I shop at 3 stores. One is the International Market. This is where I really get all of my produce from. simply because it's less expensive, okay? There's large amounts of quantities, and the quality of the produce is superb, right? I have to go there when I know I'm trying to save money, get a good quality foods, right? So I would, as you see here, create a list just for that place, right? Just for that location. So that is that list. Now, mind you guys, like I told you, this is perforated here. So when I go in Great Wall, I'm gonna have just this list, just this, right? Here's my next place I like to shop. Aldi's is my favorite place here. Here's my Aldi's list. That's it. I'm going in. This is the items that I'm getting. Now, if you look close on there, I do believe I have, and I think I've written it down on here somewhere. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Maybe it's on this list. No, I do believe it's actually on this list. Yes, it's on my next list. So that's my Aldi's list. And here is my Sam's Club list. So this is when I'm going into Sam's Club. And if you look closely there, you'll see frozen treat. Frozen treat, guys, right there. For those of you who wants to see what that looks like when I'm looking for a, like, you know, a special item, and or an item that's on sale, something that I've never had before, the family hasn't had, include that into your grocery list. And I know I want to purchase something in bulk, frozen, and that is a wonderful treat from Sam's Club. So that's just on this list. Now, if you look over here, if you may have glanced over here, you'll see one whole row, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, of just freezer meals. And that's because during this time I will be on a vacation with my cousins, and the men folk will be left to themselves. And guys, just give them freezer meals. That's how it runs in my house. It works the best. So all of that is freezer, and they will be loving it. Snacks must be included. Snacks are very important to my family, okay? Now, the only thing with snacks is that snacks are very expensive, as well as snacking can kind of become one of those things where you can have way too much of. So what I like to do is, just like my meal plans where they're organized by day, I also plan out our snacks. Now, that may sound a little bit, a little bit strong and a little bit too, orderly, but guys, it has worked for me, and honestly, it is one of the things that I enjoy having, and that my children also appreciate, because they don't feel like they're eating always the same thing, and for me, I'm that type of way as well. I don't want to have popcorn for snack every day. I like variety, okay? And so I like to plan those things out. So on certain days, there's certain snacks that my kids can have. Now, of course, that may mean that I will have to buy more of that item or those items. But the good thing is that there's rarely any snacks that repeat themselves except veggies. Veggies always repeat themselves in my meal or snack plan. Veggies are always on repeat. And for my household, I have to couple those really yummy treats with a healthy treat. And I guess I'll probably start making and I guess I'll probably create a video about what that looks like, how that is implemented, just so you can see, like, get a full visual of how that goes in my household. Maybe I'll do that. All right, that's it. That's all I got. Those are my 4 tips on how to shop for a large family. Grocery shop, that is. I hope you can use any of those tips. One or maybe all of them could be of some benefits to you financially and satisfactory. Okay, and if you have any tips that you have that will be beneficial for me, please leave them in the comment section below. Like always, guys, I appreciate your viewing, and I hope that if you like this video that you give it a thumbs up, and if you love this channel, I pray that you subscribe. It will be a blessing to me. Thanks so much, and I hope that you have a wonderful, blessed day.